Hello, first graders. Welcome to a new social study lesson. Please get your book, Our Place in the World, ready, and let's start. We still in chapter 1, and today is lesson number 5, the last lesson for this chapter. As you all know, we learn how do rules and laws help us. We learn also how can we get along with each other. We learn about good citizenship, how they should treat each other, and we learn why do we vote. So today we will be talking about how have rights and responsibility changed over time? Let's start. As we see in this picture, we see the children working together, they're listening, and then of course they should know about their responsibilities and their rights. Okay, let's start. Page 40. Booker T. Washington. Booker Washington was born long ago. His mother was an enslaved woman. In the past, many African Americans were enslaved. They had few rights. They were forced to do hard work for other people. Later, African Americans became free citizens, but they still did not have equal rights. Washington became a free citizen when he was a boy. He went to a school for African American students. He worked at the school to pay the cost. He did very well, then he became a teacher. So that's the picture for Washington. He was a teacher and a leader. So let's see the activity we usually have. We look at the picture and what do you think? We know that life was not easy for Washington, Booker Washington, and we know that he worked hard to become a teacher, and when he became a teacher, he helped others. He became also a leader. All right, circle the details that tell you who the text is about. So all the information you see about Booker Washington, that's the details for the story. So he had few rights, he was forced to do hard work, but then he also became a free citizen and he went to school. He used to work to pay the fees for his school. Okay, what did the person do? So we know he became a teacher. So we're going to underline or highlight that he was a teacher. As you see the highlighted word here, the past. So this information happened in the past, and we covered the word, the past and the meaning or definition for it when we covered chapter 4. All right, let's go for next page. Have more information about Washington. Washington wanted to help others. He became the leader of a new school. It was for African Americans. They were not allowed to go to schools with white students. Washington helped his students learn many skills. Some of the students became teachers. The school grew and grew. So he was helpful to his community, not just to his class as teaching them subject, but he helped them also different skills to become more active and more helpful for their community. Today, African Americans have the rights to go to any school in the United States, and many of those schools are named for Booker T. Washington. Okay, as we see here, that he helped African American teachers and students, so he was so helpful and idol to the teachers as well. All right, so for this, how did Booker Washington's rights and responsibility change? He fought for the rights of humanity, so especially the African Americans, so they get their rights. And now they know responsibilities that he was helping his people, he's helping his students, he was helping even his colleagues, teacher, to become good citizen. All right, underline the words that show these rights and responsibilities, as we see that he have the right to go to school now. Children, African-American children have the right to go to any school in the United States, and also lots of schools carry his name, Washington. So that's rights. Responsibilities, when they help each other. When he became a leader, he helps others as well. So it's not just that you being good for yourself. No, he was good also for others. All right, let's see. Page 42 and the activity we had. Explore contrast. When you contrast, you think about how things are different. To contrast details in the text. So things like when you compare, things are different nowadays or the past, or people do it this way, you do it this way. So the difference between things. So now we have to compare or put contrast between in the past and today. So let's see what we have today. Today, African Americans have the right to go to any school in the United States. Remember the past, what happened? African American were not allowed to be to go to school. They were not allowed to go to school with white students. Let's find it here. So many African American was enslaved, or they were not allowed to go to school with white students. So let's write this information. So we have today, African Americans have the right to go to any school in the United States, but in the past, things was different. Things was not fair. So we're going to say African Americans were not allowed to go to schools with white students. So that was the past. All right. So as we talking about how people knowing their rights and responsibility changed over time. So as person like Booker Washington had a big influence and did a great changes that children have the right to go to schools, and they were not separated because of their colors. All right. Let's go for the next page, page 43, and see what we have. So we have this chart. We have to compare and add details for things happen in the past and how does it look like nowadays. So today and in the past. So in the past, we're going to look for some information, but today children can go to school, have more information. We need to compare and details, but what happened in the past and how it's happening now. And then we have in the past, people had responsibility like chopping wood and getting water, but now things are different. So let's read. All right, how have rights and responsibility changed over time? A different time, being a good citizen is all about rights and responsibilities. Today, children have many rights, but in the past, children had fewer rights. A long time ago, children did not have the right to go to school. Many children did not even learn the alphabet. These children went to work instead of school. Many worked in the factories and farms. Children of the past did a lot of hard work. So that's comparing or contrast with things happen in old days or past and things happening now. Now you all go to school, you all have fun, you play activities, sports, you're enjoying your time, and you still have few responsibility to do, like do your work, clean your room, help around the house. But in old days, in the past, long ago, kids were not allowed to go to school. Some of them didn't even know how to read or write, but instead they used to work to help their family, so they could work in factories or farms to make money and support the family. As we see, this is a primary source. A photo shows a young boy working in a city, and you see he's selling the newspaper. Although nowadays children of this age, they are having fun in school and learning and enjoy their time. He's selling newspaper. Boys who did this job were called newsies. How old do you think this boy is? Probably 8, 9, which is like grade 2 or 3. Let's see next page. Children's right now. So that what happened long ago in the past. Nowadays, children have more rights today. Children have the right to play, They have the right to be treated kindly. They have the right to be safe. They have the right to go to school. At school, children learn. They get ready to have jobs. Going to school is part of being a good citizen because you learn a lot and you get along with your friends and you learn from your friends and you enjoy your time. Still, you're going to be a good citizen because you're going to help your community and your family and yourself. So this page, we can see that if you compare these two pictures, you see the children here, they are in science project, they're having experiments, enjoying their life, enjoying the lesson. They even have safe goggles so they would be safe, and they're enjoying, as you see, the time, but still learning. And as you see in the old days, that little boy just doing job, doing work, he's not really enjoying his childhood or learning from school. All right, some things change and some things stay the same. In the past, children in the United States did chores like you do. They also played game like you do. Some children play hopscotch, which is a game some children still play today. So some stuff or some activities remain the same. Even when it happened long ago, you still do it. But some things change over time. Responsibilities change. In the past, some children worked in big factories. Other children sewed clothes to earn money. Children today go to school and help with chores. Some things change and some remain the same. So as we see, children here go to the factory to learn how to sew clothes. And some of them work on a farm, or like the previous picture when we see the boy was selling the newspaper. But nowadays, children go to school, but they still help. They help in a different way, as we see in this picture. They have chores at home, probably washing dishes, empty the dishwasher, help to put the recycle in the recycle bin, tidy up the room, clean up their toys. So this is all still chores that they have to do. But comparing with what happened in the past, they do it to help their family or to help their communities, but they still have all the right to enjoy their time, enjoy their life, go to school, have fun. But in the old days, children used to do this chores or this work to earn money to support their family. And sometimes they don't have time or money to pay for their school or their education. All right, let's see what we have here. Has life really changed? No, it hasn't. I think life has not changed very much for children. Long ago, children did chores. Children played games. They had toys. That is true today. Some children had to do hard work long ago. Children today have to do work at school. So they want to say that no, it hasn't. No, because the children still have to work and still have to go to school. But chores are different. Like over here, that you see children work on a farm, that's really heavy work for children. Maybe when they clean or wash the car, like the next picture, they do help, but that chores are fun and it's not hard for them to do. Now, another person say, or another child have a different opinion. He was saying, yes, it has. I think life has changed a lot for children. Long ago, some children in the United States worked in factories. Some children did not have rights. They could not go to school. Children get to go to school today. They do chores, but they have time to play. So these are two different opinions for two friends. Some of them say, or one of them said that, yeah, children, life didn't change. Children still have to help around, still have to do chores, and they have play games and have fun. But nowadays, people say, no, things are different because even when children help and have chores, but they still enjoy their time and they're still having fun. Remember our question, we need to put a comparison or two activity that things happen in the past and things happening now. So what used to happen long ago and what's happening nowadays. All right, let's see a story that compare things and people that they have showed the right and responsibility and changed over time. So Abraham Lincoln lived a long time ago. He was born in one room log cabin. He moved to Indiana. Young Lincoln lived with his mother and father and on their family farm. So he was helping. He had lots of responsibilities. Let's see what some of the responsibilities he used to do it. His family did not have running water. So he took water from a well back to the house. So water was not just easy as you open the faucet and you get water, you choose cold or hot. No, in a matter of fact, they used to fill the water from a well back of their house. They did not have electricity. So what they need to do, they have to chop firewood to heat the house and to be able to, take that winter. So Abraham Lincoln had many responsibilities. He worked hard to help take care of his family. So as we see, things are different. Yeah, even if you help on work and help your family or your siblings, but work was not as hard as in the old days. Lincoln did not go to school very often because he has to work and support his family. He was busy working, but he loved to read. So he learned many things on his own. He was able to do great things. He even became the president. As you see, and we go for the previous page, you see children help, but help was super easy. Look at him, the kids here in this picture. They go to school, they learn with fun, safety, enjoying their time. Yes, when they do some work or helps or chores like what we see here, it was something simple and easy. Okay, let's go back to our activity and see what we have. So now we need to write down about the past and what's happening today. So children can go to school nowadays. What happened in the past? Yeah, children had to go to work, like factories or farm. So children had to go to work to support their families and to earn money so they can pay, even if they want to go to school, pay for their school fees. All right. Now we need to compare two things that happened in the past and today. So for example, how about the hot water or water in general? All right, or children when used to go to factories or sew their clothes. So we can say children helped their parents sew clothes. And as we see in the previous picture, but now we see the picture that children were helping washing either dishes or washing the cars, right? So that the help was different. They still help, but both different job. So children help their parents wash cars or dishes, whatever you like to write. So this is, I'm comparing the help that children provide or give to their family long ago and nowadays when you're help around. Okay, in the past, we have something written. People had responsibility like chopping wood and getting water, but now we don't have this, right? So what we do now, people have different responsibilities like doing simple chores, like cleaning up your room or tidy up. So let's say, people have responsibilities like doing chores. And of course, these chores doesn't include chopping wood to heat water or fill water from a well. As you see, we still have rights and responsibilities, but works are different. All right. So tasks was hard for children to do all days, but now things is easy and you can easily help in simple work. All right, let's go for page 44 and see what we have. All right. Over here, you need to write about responsibility children had in the past, and it's not there anymore. It's different nowadays. So one of the responsibility, as we learn while we're reading this lesson, that children had in the past was they need to go to work. They need to do chores that they can help their family. So we can write here. So one responsibility children had in the past was to go to work. Like remember when we say the factory or okay. Let me write it. Write it here. They need to support their family. But one right children have today, they need, you go to school now, right? And instead of working, you go to school, and your chores was just helping at home. So now, one right that children have to do. Now this is the right to go to school instead of course working like in the old days, and to do simple chores at home. All right, let's go for the next page, page 45. List 3 ways rights and responsibilities have changed from the past. Remember, we know that we're talking about the African Americans have the same rights nowadays like other citizens. Children also now have the right to go to school instead of working, like before in the factories or farms. And now even people, when they have chores, their chores are different today. Like we don't need to sell newspaper like the little boy, or we didn't need to fill water or chop wood to heat the house like Abraham Lincoln did. So we have different rights and different responsibilities. So we can put some of what we learn. We can say, for example, African Americans have the same right now as other citizens. So this is rights that people have it nowadays. Also, children have the right to go to school instead of work. So we can say also children have the rights to go to school and learn instead of work. And then one more, we can say now people have, even when they help around, they have different chores. So people have different chores. All right. All right, that was it, first graders. That's the last lesson for our topic. Leave you, have fun. Thank you.